with Joe and I at that last moment. And he told me at that time I was the first person in the world that told him that Michael Jackson was going to be a superstar. He didn't forget me. And that was an honor for me that Joe Jackson had his right-hand man bring him to me at that party. And you were at that party. You know how many people were there?
Yep, that was at the Odie and his wife, the Andersons.
Yeah, it was up there.
And it was in Tinley Park. That was right down the street from me in Tinley Park. But I wanted to reach out to you because I wanted the world to know that you were Evelyn J and you were a model and that you had a modeling agency and you were putting on a showcase. And Joe brought the boys to audition. What year was that? Was that 66?
No, it was 1965. Michael was still 6 years old.
Okay.
The audition was on July of 1965. Michael was 6 years old. When I saw that little boy, I saw magic. I knew he was a superstar.
And they were called the Jackson Brothers. They were the Jackson Brothers.
Absolutely. There's the two issues in Right On magazine and in Rap magazine. It was 1972 or 73. When they interviewed Joe, they said, how'd you come up with the name? The first ad that I read that Joe Jackson answered, there's a picture, there's an article. The first time their name was published was for the Big Top Back to School Fashion Show in Jamboree.
Well, Evelyn, let me ask you this because I know you got to go. What made you come with the name Jackson 5? Why did you look at them and think Jackson 5? What was it about that?
Because I realized there were 5 magnificent children. 5. And the last name was Jackson. Jackson 5.
And so when you told Joe that, what was his reaction?
If you read in those issues, I wish I could show you these magazine copies. I have everything.
That's okay, but when you told Joe to name him...
That's a perfect name. I don't know his exact words, but in the issues of Rap magazine and Right On magazine, Joe says, I thought that was a good idea, and that's what we called him from then on.
Okay, and then they did your show.
Yeah, they did the show. The show was on August 29th. It was Michael Jackson's birthday. I didn't know it was his birthday on that day because they're Jehovah's Witnesses and they don't celebrate birthdays.
Okay, so then if they did it on his birthday, that was the year he turned 7. He was born in 58.
Yes.
It was his 7th birthday.
Yeah, he auditioned for me. He was still 6 years old. But Joe had him down as 6. And then I didn't know his birthday was coming because, like I showed you, Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays.
Right. And so do you remember the song that he sung or they sung?
No. It was the whole group I don't remember.
Okay, well, Evelyn, see, I'm recording now, so I got it. So this is all I needed.
Oh, my gosh. But you please remember that Rap magazine and Right On magazine, that's when they asked him, how did you come up with this name?
Okay.
And he also mentions we used to call them the Jackson Brothers.
If you go to the Jackson's website, it has that they were called the Jackson Brothers in 1964. This is what I'm saying. A lot of them don't know the backstory. There's things that they may not know about certain situations. I mean, I met people I met the guys who used to drive the brothers, to Detroit. One time the car broke down and they had to go and pick up the kids. I mean, there's so much in there about people who contributed. And at that time, I don't know if when they came to audition, but the original band members in the Jackson Brothers was Raynard Vine, Milford Height, Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine. Michael wasn't even the lead singer until his mother told Joe he can really sing. He sung in the school talent show in Garnett Grammar School, and that's when Joe said, okay, we'll put him in there because they saw him sing. And then somehow along the line, you met up with them.
Yeah, I met him up in 1965 in July.
Yeah, because you were having a show.
No, I was auditioning people for a show. I had several different weekends of the show, but they were one of them.
And I'm going to put up, I found the little audition paper, all that stuff. I found it all online. I'm going to put it in the little feed. But Evelyn, thank you so much. This is all I needed. I just needed you to confirm, because I'm going to tell the producers of this movie, this Michael, the writer John Logan, and Graham King, that they need to talk to you. They need to hear from you. They need to come to Indiana and interview you.
If they came to this house, I have a whole hallway with all Michael Jackson pictures, and I have a file system. The very first time their name was published, I only have one copy of that. It's about maybe a 10-inch wide thing, maybe by 7 inches high, and that's the very first time the Jackson 5 name was published.
Wow.
And at the very bottom,
this is the stuff that they need.
Documentation. That's history. And then the second time the Jackson 5 was that same Christmas. Joe Jackson took my mom. We used to volunteer to go to nursing homes. We went to St. Dyer's, it's a mental, it wasn't mental, anyway, St. Dyer's Hospital. And Joe Jackson brought the boys, and I have a copy of that article, and it talks about how everybody loved the Jackson 5. So the first 2 times the Jackson 5 name was ever published was through me. In 1965, and 2 things I got them to do. The back to school, fashion show and jamboree, and then the appearance at Dyer Hospital for the patients. And I have the whole column. If you got the magazine, Las Vegas Hollywood, there's a copy of that.
The unfortunate part is that you never got paid for naming them the Jackson 5.
No, I never did, and I never complained. I never will complain.
Okay, well, Evelyn, I know that you gotta go. People are working for you. This was good. I got it all on record. Thank you so much.